How is everybody? Let's turn that down just a hair here. There we go. Hi, it's me. We're doing more game dev tonight. Big condolences to anyone who has to use Twitch Mobile today. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Yeah, we're doing action commands, timed hits. All right, I looked through every attack in Thousand Year Door. Every single one, including special moves. There's not, well, every attack that you select, not everything you're hit with by enemies. There's not a lot of different categories of ways to interact. A few of them are weird outliers. I'm gonna say like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, you could argue about 14 different types of attacks. And even that is being generous. So many of them are press A at the right time. Let's see here. Like, there's basically 9 attacks that are just press A at the right time. Like, single button, press A at the right time, and that's it. There are 6 that are just mash a button. Sometimes that gets mixed in with change which button you are mashing. Yeah, 6. So like that already there, that's 2 major types, is mash a button, press a button at the right time. Another variety, 5 moves consist of hold a button until something lights up, and I'm pretty sure those have a fairly generous window. Alternate tapping 2 buttons, so that's just mash, but you're mashing 2 buttons, but still. Actually, I'm gonna move that next to the mash stuff so that it's all together in the mashing category. Quick time event / Simon Says. I would argue like Vivian's main attack, her flare punch, I don't remember the exact name of it, that might be it, is basically just you get a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and then it shows you a button, A, B, or X. Maybe Y is mixed in, I don't remember. And you have like some frames to figure out which button it is and press the button really fast. Varieties of that are, we're going to go ahead and show you 5 buttons that you have to press, and you just have to very quickly hit all 5. But we'll go ahead and show you all of them in advance, or we'll conceal them until it's time to hit it with some kind of timing mechanism of you got to get them all done in a certain time, or each of them has a smaller window that has to be done that you can't carry over. Either way, it's Simon Says. 5 of those. Flurry has 2 moves that are their own category. She's the only one that seems to have this, which is alternate between holding and releasing A with some kind of rhythm. That's the move. Sweet Treat and Sweet Feast are tap left, and also there's a cursor and you're trying to hit things. It's its own weird special thing. Well, these, I'm going to count these as tap A at the right time. Vivian and Mal's both have another attack that's basically just a meter starts. It's tap A at the right time again. It's just flavored slightly differently. And then you've got 4 unique moves. Only 4 that they're the only ones. So already we're looking at like, that's like 6 or 7. Honestly, if you really want to get a little bit mean with it. Tap a button at the right time, release a button at the right time, mash 1 or 2 buttons. Simon says Flurry's moves and the Sweet Treat, Sweet Feast moves. That's only 6. And then the remaining 4 are Flurry's main attack, Body Slam, it's just move a cursor into an indicator. Move an indicator into a little bubble before time runs out, and it's kind of got its own wavy movement that you're trying to fight against. That's 1. Bomb Squad. Bobbery's Bomb Squad is a weird outlier that nothing else in the game is like it. And then 2 special attacks that are very, very much their own thing. Art Attack is, draw circles around enemies, and Power Lift is its own little mini game of quick draw, hit the right colored arrows that you need, and while avoiding the bad ones. Those 4 moves are very unique, and nothing else in the game fits those, which is weird because Flurry's is particularly easy, but there's no other action command in the game that requires actual control stick move something into a position. It is just Flurry's attack that does that. Really weird. So yeah, 6 categories plus 4 unique one-time things, and half of those are specials. So there's not a lot of different moves, but a lot of them are flavored a little bit differently. Like the meter is in a different direction. The way it moves is a little bit different, or it's a bar filling up and you press it when it's over a certain indicator. They've got different ways of doing it, but there's not a whole lot of underlying different things that they do, and that's fine. So here's what we've got. I don't have any way for this to report back yet, but we do have this. So here it is. We've got this. That's it. It's huge. It's Xbox huge. It's a little bit too big. But yeah, that's the idea. How many am I gonna make? I have no idea. I don't think there's that many things you can do without getting overly complex. Like even this is just, hit the button at the right time. And yet, pow. Oh, it does actually work, but we don't have any way of reporting whether or not you did it successfully or not. So if I do it again and I get it wrong, it still does 2 damage because it's just waiting for it to be done. So that's one thing we need to do. Another thing we need to do is actually plop this into a container. So that we can move the whole thing on screen. So we're gonna move all of this in there. And then also we are going to update all this script with container slash. There we go. So that should still work. And then we need to actually animate it coming on scene. Because now we have this as its own little thing. So we should be able to, yeah, we can just move this whole thing. We can scale it however we want. Which, on that note, we should scale this down a bit. It is a little bit big. But yeah, we're gonna add a animation player. We're gonna have a slide in animation, which is gonna be an autoplay, which means that this one is going to immediately, let's see, we want position of container. Oh yeah, thank you. I'd love a bagel. A bagel. Position. All right, so we're gonna start it out over, I don't know, here. Let's see, where does this look to be when we do this? At this size. Yeah, that's fine. That's a reasonable size and everything. Oh wait, that is something else. Before we situate this, we want to do a little bit of camera mode stuff. Camera framing. Okay, so we've got a default camera here, which is great. And we need, for this, a battle camera handler. So this is going to be a special camera handler just for battles. Hey, Maps. Enjoy the lurk. Hopefully not on mobile, because mobile stink. Jeez. It's rough looking, guys. It's rough. All right, let's export our camera. Well, you know what? We can just grab that. Camera 3D. Just do an on ready function. What was it? Hang on. I've got something for this. Dialog box. Almost certainly dialog box code. Maybe not. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that one. That's the code I wanted. Thank you. Camera. This is coming from someone who does not have TikTok, but it is TikTok. It is basically, instead of a focus on here is your selection of followed viewers, or you can look at some categories or search for things, the focus is, as soon as you load the app, here is a stream that is playing full vertical screen, and to see the next one in line, you scroll up, and it will lock into the next one, which will start playing, and then lock into the next one, which will start playing. So it's very channel scroll kind of setup, or channel surfing. Not what people would typically want. All right, we're gonna have a default position. Which is gonna be our camera's current position when the map loads. Yeah, it is. I think it's getting a lot of criticism, and I think the most of it is deserved. Like, I don't think it's knee-jerk, like, oh, different, bad. I think a lot of the criticisms are valid and well explained. It's like, this is not the experience I want when I'm going to Twitch. I think it's just they're seeing... I don't know. I'm wondering if they're just like floundering a little bit and they're looking at TikTok and saying, ah, there's where the money is. So we're just going to try to be another TikTok. Which I hope that's not the actual principle they're working under right now, because that bodes very poorly for people who specifically do not want that kind of experience. This, if camera mode equals normal, well, is that what we want? Is like a normal camera mode, or do we want like a target? Let's do that. Let's have a target as a node 3D. If target is null, then camera dot position. We're gonna. How do you do a vector 3 lerp? It's variant, so it should be able to accept a vector 3, I hope. We're gonna take camera position and lerp it towards our default position at a leisurely 0.02. Else, if we have a target, good question. No problem, Maps. So in this instance, we want to lerp towards some position. Oh, I don't know where though. What's the default position that we've got right now? 3 up, 7 out. So let's aim target position. Actually, you know what? Let's just have target position equals camera dot position. And if target does not equal null, then we'll change it. And regardless, we'll lerp towards our target position. Okay. If we have a target, then our target position changes to our target's position plus. All right, center it. Aim for 2 up, 4 out. So we'll kind of pull in a little bit. Maybe. Ribbon Road. That's always the one when it's not Rainbow Road, isn't it? Okay. So now we can have a new battle action called set camera target. And you just pass in a unit and that's it. And all it's going to do is locate the battle manager, grab the camera handler from there, which in turn has this target property. And it's gonna set it equal to, I guess it needs to pass in the actor. We'll try to remember that. And then it returns true. So let's try that in our moves now. For gear spin, we move in front of actor. So immediately, while we're doing that, while we are moving, we're gonna be zooming in like that. And then after we hit, we will zoom back out. Let's try it. Does this work? Fingers crossed. No. Set camera target doesn't exist. Battle action stop. Oops. Haha. Try it. Okay, that's something. Non-existent function. True. Callable. Did I do something weird with the move setup here? Oh, yep, I didn't do bind. It's all on snail. Oop, well, we certainly zoomed in. And then zoomed back. Okay, so the zoom out worked fine, but the zoom in, huh. I mean, that's a start. What's our deal then? We lerp towards the target position. It's supposed to have been fairly slow. Oh. Lerp towards target position from current position. Okay, we want to slow that down a bit. Oh, and now it's not zooming out at all. Why is it not zooming out? Actually, that's a good question. Why is it not zooming out? Let's print target equals null. Okay, now we have a target. We still have a target, apparently. How do we still have a target? No, we don't. We have null as a target. Target is null. Target is null. But that's... Oh. Default position. There we go. Okay. Fades back out now. Do it again. Pow. Zooms in. Pow. And zooms out. A little bit slow on the zoom out, though. If we're zooming out, then lerp speed is faster. Let's do it that way. I mean, I've seen that one. I feel like any game that I see a news article about is not the one to make Dupu play. I don't know. I think it's just a... What is my specific reasoning? I have to do some introspection here. Why do I think that? If I find out about a game, a random game from a newsfeed article, I don't know, it's what should I make him play? Barbie Team Gymnastics? Day 6. Human Revolution. Because we watched a 3.5-hour video on why it's mediocre. That was the point of the video, is it's fine. That was the thesis statement. Hovercat and I have been watching H-Bomber Guy videos. For some reason. We've delved into video essays. About really low-stakes stuff. Like the oof sound.
Did like that.
The oof sound video was fantastic. Tommy the Tallarico engine. Okay, camera is good now. That's the takeaway. He's just like a really popular video maker guy. British video man.
Various things.
Yeah.
Very long video essays about wide range of topics, really.
Okay, zoom out is still too slow. Yeah, very wide range of topics. Wait, hang on, that's the zoom in. I've screwed these up. Let's try this. All right, zoom in, nice and slow and steady. Pow. Zoom out. Let's speed it up a little bit more. Okay, we zoom in. We do our timed hit. Pow. Easy. Okay, and we're back in time for the block. Easy. All right, easy game. That looks good. Now that we've verified that this is in the right spot, now we're going to animate it. So this is the ending location. Starting location is going to be way off screen. There. Also, let's make that cubic. We may make that a little bit slower. I don't know. Well, we may not have time. Let's make it slower. We want it to slide in as it approaches. So when we do the battle, so when it news up, it'll. Okay, that took a little bit. Oh right, because, and this is something. The state thing. All right, here we go. State equals 0. Don't need the start timer anymore. We need to set the state through the move. So we're gonna set the flag. We're gonna actually start the animation immediately, or start the action command immediately somehow. Here it is. So start that immediately, I guess. Oops. Like right here, we're going to, oops, what is happening here? Action. Oh, right, that doesn't need a comma. That's our problem, I hope. That one needs a comma, though. Okay, action command here can go here. We can get rid of this one. So this is gonna make the action command start right away, I think. Whoops, that's the wrong scene. Scene. Yep, slides in right away, and then boom, that's when I want to actually start the slide around. Which means I want it to wait somehow. So we want some kind of action command on finish event or something that happens right here. Yeah, this right here, we left a placeholder comment, different results happen. We want to do different things based on the result of the action command. So, action command on success, on... This is going to get ugly and nested. So we're going to have a new action. I think. Are we? How do we make this work? Do we even have access to the command object itself? Kind of, because it's going to be stored on a thing. Okay, so action command start. This is going to be action command start now. We're renaming this. All right, we're going to do a little bit of rework here. But this is one of those like very important to get it right kind of things. So action command start, and it's going to return true immediately regardless of whether or not it's done. It's not going to delete the action command. We're not going to do that anymore. We're just going to immediately, we're going to set it up, delete it, and then have a function for await action command. Or await action command result. And this has, we're going to have bindings for, I guess we want to do one thing on success, which is going to be a callable, and on failure. Is that correct? So what I'm thinking is like this base set we've got. This base one is just on success deal 1 extra damage. But otherwise the actual actions we take should be identical. Okay, that's doable. That's still doable, I think. Yes. We can instead take, we'll do a callback, which accepts an is success parameter, or maybe even a success degree, or just accepts a variant, some data gets passed into the callback. Now, how do we get that from where it starts to where it goes? So here's our actual mini game, our little action command gear spin. If state is 1, and old state does not equal 1. Where does old state come into play? Does that matter anymore? I don't think so. No, we're not using old state anymore. That was a holdover. We're done with that. We just want to see, are we spinning? Are we spinning? If so, do this. And then when you press the button, then we have ended and we immediately know whether or not it's a success or a failure. we're going to pass back 0 on a failure, 1 on a success for now. There can be degrees of success. I'm thinking of, I've got my list of Thousand Year Door attacks pulled up here because everybody needs one of those lists. And yeah, it's basically most times it's just did you press A at the right time, but there are some weird ones like, there are some weird ones. We're gonna try to build it off of this scenario, but just note that things will get weird. It almost feels like every move, I don't know. We'll see. We can always refactor if we need to, but the later we wait to get it right, the more work we're gonna have to fix everything. But let's try to work with it as it stands. We probably do need a, well, do we? Maybe. I'm thinking we could have a signal on here, maybe? Or we pass it a callback? Ugh, that would be ugly. Combat menu. Okay, get rid of these. Get rid of that. Okay, battle action. We're awaiting action command, and we give it a callback. So what that would look like is, right here, the gear spin starts on its own separate queue, because we just want to start the animation of pulling it out, and that's it. And then once the player is in position, right here, that is when we set the flag on that animation. So that is on the battle manager. We're setting the flag for what is the flag? The action command, current action command instance. Set the current action command instance dot state. Set it equal to 1. And after we do that, then things get hairy. Come on, close. There we go. After that, we want to wait. We want to wait here until the mini game is over, regardless of how that happens. But right there, we want to have battle action dot wait action command result. So setting this up will help us define what the result looks like. Bind the callback. The callback is going to be its own function with a result parameter. And that might be the end of this. And what that will do is, regardless of whether it's a success or a failure, we are going to do these things. Okay, I think I'm getting the... Am I getting this wrong here? Does this need to be... Looks fine. Is that where that wants to be? I guess that's where that wants to be. That's fine. We'll just print result. Okay, so there's the function that happens after we get the action command result back, is we do this. Okay. So that's something that happens immediately. So result. So we're waiting on action command result. I guess we could have it where the action command could just have a result property that defaults to -1 or something. Rather than mess around with signals, we're just reading the property and that's it. Let's just get something working for now. Just something for now. State. It's 2. Okay, so this is not going to clean itself up at all. It's just going to be kind of sitting there. Battle action. So what this is going to do is callback.call using the result value, and then we're done with that. Okay. Oh wait, no. Wait. One more thing. If result we only do that. Let's see. Only do that once we actually have result. Okay. Does that work? Did we get it in 1? Don't proceed. Okay, that's fine. Set in base int. Ooh. The flag set did not work. I thought this would work, but not the case. Wanted to bind state. State is an object. Oh, you can't do. Wait, it shouldn't reach that. That shouldn't be possible. Hang on now. Let's see here. Hold on. Wait, flag name. Key element. I've done something strange here, and I'm not sure what yet. Let's see here. Action command insistent state. So we are looking at depth of 1 for key in flag name dot split. Up to only do it 1 time, right? That's what that one is. Print. Oh wait, it's doing that twice though, isn't it? Because otherwise, yeah. No. Maybe, yeah. Depth should be 1. That should not be able to be passed in twice then. Hang on. There's something I misread on the documentation, I think. Specifically, split has a max value. Yeah, max split. If max split is greater than 0, the number of splits may not exceed max split. So, in this instance, some array. Yeah, if I pass in 1, I should get an array of size 1. Right before the exclamation marks. We're doing some great logging here, let me tell you. I'm getting 2 results here with a depth value of 1. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on now. Allow empty true. I know. Wait a second. Hang on. Okay, that's correct. That follows the example. Okay, so that's good. That does follow what the example code says I should. Oh, okay. Okay. I was like, I'm surely not being particularly clear. Welcome in, Glitch. Okay, so what we're looking at is the string split method. And I just lost it. Which I've never used a string split that does this. This lets us allow a maximum number of splits. I only want to split it a certain number of times. And that is depth times. So it's splitting 1 time. Oh, I might be misinterpreting what that is. Yeah, 2 splits gives me 3 records. Okay, so I think what I might want is this. Maybe. Well, it seems to be maybe working better. So I've got some text, and I wanna split it into multiple groups. That's the micro problem we're dealing with here. Okay, so that's better, I think. Maybe. Set flag. Is set flag doing what I want it to? Oh, that's quite all right. Let's see. Well, that came up. Does this guy walk backwards? Yes. Okay. So he's still getting his property set back how it should be. Gear spin should not be used on this one. It should be action command. We're still pretty early in building this engine here. It's got a long way to go. Okay, I'll just get that back to the test version. Okay. So, this right here, set flag. Flag name. No. This is not right either. This is not right either. It's been good progress. Well, we're definitely getting there. What's our split do then? Splits the string used to limit returns array the substring starting from the end of the string. Okay, that is what I want, I think. Yeah, because flag name is going to be wrong here. Oop, there it was. Yeah, it's still that. I just want state. So what we need then is flag name equals flag name dot r split. Give me everything after the period. That's only gonna work if... I think that's what we want. Maybe. All right, I need to get rid of this. That is on the camera, isn't it? A lot of it is a bit of a mess, but yeah, I'm doing something at least. Whether or not it's good remains to be seen. Okay, battle manager dot state or battle manager state. That's good. No, it's not. This might be okay then. Yep, she just started making a little noise down there. Hmm? Yeah, I'll go check her. 1 second. I'm gonna put some clips on. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. All right, here we go. All right, chat, I'm not gonna look. You have to direct me. Onward to the finish line. How we doing? We okay back there, everybody? You know, for Christmas. She played Sword, or maybe Shield. I don't remember which one we got for her. And she wasn't a huge fan. I think she would have preferred the more classic style Pokemon games. Oh my gosh. No! No! The beetle! I knew the beetle was coming and I panicked. That... Chirped. Right. We're all good. She's fine. Okay, yeah, we can't set... Battle Manager dot... You know what? I think that's what I was channeling there, probably. Battle Manager state. But see, no. We should dive one level into here. So let's do this and this. Let's see, what is it doing here? Go ahead and air out. Okay, Battle Manager gets correctly into Gear Spin, but then it goes too far. So I do want it to go one level deep. So is this enough here? It's still hitting this twice. Yeah, depth of 1, which means we're hitting 0 here, which doesn't make any sense. No, that doesn't make any sense at all. Wait a second. Death and Flags. It's all this stuff. I'm setting up this weird house of cards. Okay, so the idea. You know, in RPG games, you select a move, and then a bunch of things are going to happen for that to actually happen. Like, take let's take a simple, like, old school Final Fantasy game where all it is like your fighter guy like takes a step forward, swings a sword, and then walks back into place. Walks back into his position. Like that's it. It's like a really simple animation. I have to build something that says, okay, when you use the move sword attack, in order, you need to move forward a certain amount of distance, switch to an animation, play that animation, then show damage numbers over the enemy, and then have the animation switch back to normal for the character. Meanwhile, the enemy has to switch to a hurt animation, and then your little fighter guy has to move back into his original position, and then the move is over, and you can move on to whoever's next in combat. That's a lot of things to maintain, and so that's what I'm kind of setting up this system that will handle all that for me. If I can get it working correctly, it's kind of one of the steps is a very generic change of value somewhere. So I've basically made a very fancy function for go somewhere and change a value. And it is not cooperating because I'm trying to get too clever. I'm trying to make it do more than it really should do. What am I using set flag for? Things like change the is moving backwards flag to tell someone don't forward walk to get back home, walk backwards to get back home. Like that kind of, like in that little sample animation I'm describing is like fighter steps forward, swings sword, steps backwards. I've explained to my characters how to walk to a position, but the way I explained it is you must face the place you are going to. Can Godot handle all aspects of the game where you have to plug in other programs at some point? Up until I add modding support, it's all Godot. Depending on how advanced the modding needs to be, it could still be Godot, but just a separate Godot program. We'll see. We'll see. When we get to that bridge, we'll burn it then. So this set flag stuff. Let me look and see what places. I'm using it in 10 places. Mostly it's, is blocking. Yeah, the only place we're trying to be fancy with it is right here, where I'm trying to set a nested property. So the problem is that battle manager.action command state doesn't exist until this time. So it's I just wanted to have like a way of drilling down by depth. If there is depth, how many levels deep do we need to go? 1. Depth is 1. I need to go 1 level. What did we say that depth does on this split function here? If you pass in 1, you will get 2 strings. Okay, that's fine. Ah, okay, yes. And then I only want to do that. We don't even need this at all, really. We could just do, I think, plus equals 1. If current depth equal greater than or equal to depth, then break. Maybe? Hey, there we go. Pow. Okay, okay. We're almost there. We're almost there. Last piece of this timed hit action command is the cleanup. We're gonna tell it, okay, after you do this, and this is all done, then we need to actually roll back the animation. What if we can do a signal for when the animation finishes? Probably. Node, current animation changed, current animation changed, animation finished. We'll try that. Okay, so what I want to do is tell it to play the animation backwards. Or, no, that's fine, yeah. Well, yeah, it's fine. Well, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna say animation player dot play backwards, slide in, and that should be it, right? Oops, well, let's go back to here. Off screen, I'm gonna do this. I'm just watching for the, okay, there's our first exclamation mark. There's our second one. Okay. Good, 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 good. So we're gonna say when this animation player finishes, if we're in state 2, then we can just delete this thing. We're done with it. Get rid of it. Clear it out. That's it, I think. I think we're done with the gear spin thing. Oh, and then I guess we need to actually do different things based on the result. Damage equals 1 plus result. That's it. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can see 2 different damage values here. So we're gonna do one where we hit it dead on. Here we go. We're trying to get in the green. Pow. Pow. There we go, 2 damage. Oh, I didn't walk backwards. Why didn't we walk backwards, guys? Hang on, hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why didn't we walk backwards? Is it because... I think I know why. Let's look at our battle action manager right here. It just says, okay. Ba 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 ba. And then if it's done, remove it. Well, that shouldn't happen. All right, here's what we'll do. We're gonna count the number of Qs at the time. Oh, no, better yet. Just at the start of each. A dot size. Okay, I think this will work. Nope, doesn't like that. Oh, that. Okay. All right, there are 4 things. There's 1 thing left. Okay, a lot of things just happened suddenly. One thing's left. Suddenly there are 0 things and 9 things left. Now there are 8 things left, 7 things left, 6 things and 3 things. Looking at the move. Yeah, Q hurt actions, looks good. Oh, what if? Yes, I see it, I see it. This right here. Easy. Easy fix. Magic just happened in my brain right there, guys. It's amazing. All right, 2 damage. Then he walks back. We get attacked. We block. We get attacked. We block. We hit it again. This time we're going to intentionally miss the timing. 1 damage. We have officially performed our first ever implementation of a timed hit that does different things based on whether you fail or succeed. Incredible. Incredible. Whew. And we also have the lovely Star Toss attack, which is just hit space to win. Great. Okay. Well, cool. Great. Just fix that up with our new system. Well, see, it's doing it automatically. Oh, we don't have a results. We just have a 0. Well, that shouldn't matter. Oh wait, yeah, it does matter now. Okay, yeah. That's a we'll come up with some kind of. Should we make one for that now or shift gears? So currently we now have 1 fully working move. It properly determines who can be hit by it. You know what would be nice is a decent cursor. Where would that be? Where do we stuff that at? I actually don't know. Where do we put that? That's the menus, right? Yeah. Menus is what handles. Oh yeah, it's a specific menu in the UI folder. Combat menu, yeah, targeting. Combat menu, combat target menu. This one. Yeah. We have our pointer here with a sprite 2D. So we're going to replace that with a better icon. Region enabled. Not that one. Yes, that one. And also rotated. We're just going to use this for now. It's not the prettiest. but it works. Yeah, cool, great, love it. Better than the placeholder, for now. It's not great, but it's better than the placeholder. Haha! I'm invulnerable. Okay. All right, chat. What do we do? We can start working on the first real enemy if we want to do that. Which is probably going to be a round pig. We can. We can try working on partner art again. Actually, let me pull up my list of stuff. How about that? That might help. Defense action commands done. On-screen enemy info panel. Enemy death. What about enemy death? Would we like that? We might like that. It would be nice if the enemies could die. That seems like an important one. Let's change the enemies to have, let's see, get our enemy directory here. Let's change the enemies to have 1 HP. Eventually we need to actually do a calculation. Once we start doing enemies with defense, we're gonna have some kind of formula for determining how much damage you do. And it's going to be a little bit more complicated than what it is right here of just result plus 1 damage. That'll be kind of like the raw damage that gets passed into a function, and that function will look at the enemy's defense. It'll look at whatever equipment you have set up, any other effects that are in play, like status effects. What kind of death animation are you thinking? They collapse into a pile of bones? No! They're gonna spin around and fall flat on the ground, and that's it. That is it. Super easy. It's so easy that we're gonna knock it out in 20 minutes, tops. Coding included. Alright, bring out the base actor. There he is. There's that placeholder that we all know and love. Shared animations. Shared animations we have. We have twist. Beautiful. And we're gonna actually make now a death animation. So I'm just gonna call it dead. So it starts as it is here. Now twist is half a second long of twisting. So we're gonna do maybe a little bit slower. That's a good, I mean, I think for the most part, just defeated. Oh, is it doing this thing again? Oh, there we go. Do I want to do a double? Do I want to do a double like this? Something like that, maybe. Well, the point is that here we need to do 90 degrees X. That's beautiful. So taking previous games into consideration, it's usually context dependent. For the most part, it's usually just like you beat them in some way. Now, enemies on the field like poof into smoke and drop coins. Who knows what happened to them? But like it's very obvious that when you're in the Glitz Pit or something, when you win in combat, outside, like in combat, the sprite disappears. Outside of combat, they're just like knocked out on the ground, even though that only happens in the fighting arena. If that, you know, bosses, it's like, oh yeah, they're defeated bodies right there, and they may quip a little bit and then run away or something. But yeah, for the most part, okay, this is we need to go back to the reset animation and add a new track. 3D position. Sprites. Need to make sure that that gets there. Okay. Dead. We'll have you twist around 2 times, probably, and then fall over flat. This is going to be a little bit tricky because I want the flat. I want the. Yeah. I want it to rotate at the foot level. And that's not necessarily going to happen. Okay, definitely want to make that cubic. And then position. We're just going to have regular position and then grounded. A little bit above the ground, really. All right, what does this look like when we play it? Could be better. Why? Why does that happen this way? See, now it's flat, up and down, but then it wants to keep spinning. Oh, it's probably because of the cubic business here. There we go. That's better. Still kind of does this weird little sink into the ground first. But it's all right. All right, we have a dead animation. May not be perfect. Okay, battle code. Battle actions. Q hurt actions. Enemies get hurt. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. Revert animation. It's supposed to be that after X amount of time, you revert to not hurt anymore, but instead we're gonna say, okay, so damage indicator, is that what actually causes the damage? Is that what reduces damage? Yes, that is what actually reduces damage. So actually, when this gets called, we could immediately, we'll see. Dubu out of left field with Dragonite. Like, what if we did it right here and just did not revert? I mean, that could even be its own action there of revert, you know, change to this animation or change to dying animation. Yeah, we want it to be hurt. Yeah, let's try that. Let's have a revert, hurt animation, or play death animation. Oof. Give it a unit. Is this where we want the? Is it? So this is specifically for the animation? I guess so. Yeah. This is just for the animation. All right. So we're gonna do this instead of change animation dot bind. We're instead gonna do this revert dot bind, which in turn we're probably gonna throw this under a bigger death anime or death thing. Maybe not. It depends, because some things might do things on death. Okay, yeah, which is basically gonna do change animation. But only if unit has health. If unit dot, what is it? Unit dot HP dot current is greater than 0, then yeah, change it to the reverse animation and return. Otherwise, change the actor's animation to death. Is that what we called it? No, dead. And the animation player is the shared animations. Change that animation and then do nothing else. Let's just start with that. Haven't played Super Mario 64 in so long. Oh, it's a good one. Pow. Not great. Unit does not have HP because I'm not passing in the unit, I'm passing in the actor. Right. Need to pass in just the unit, not its actor specifically. The unit is the one that stores the stats. The actor is a subset of that stores the artwork and the animations. Well, it didn't need to loop. Is it set to loop? No, it's not set to loop. Why does it keep doing it forever? Oh, that needs, oh, because it's gonna call it forever. Yep. Because of this system I built, trying to be clever. Oh gosh, he's still coming for me. He's still coming for me. Right. I do need to. He is dead though. You have to admit, he's pretty dead. He's a wiggling. No, the parts are just under the ground. It's fine. Okay. So now we need to do something with the unit once it dies, which is going to be its own little kettle of fish. If a unit is actually dead, What do we do if a unit is actually dead? We need to remove it. Oh, thanks, Smooth. It is Paper Mario. It's just my own Paper Mario. It's better because I'm making it, and that's it. That's the reasoning it's better. Yeah, we're dealing with enemy death now. But yeah, it's completely meant to be a paper-like. There's been a few indie Paper Mario offshoots over the years. Oh no, he's coming for me. He's coming for me. Death cannot stop him. Okay. When a unit actually gets killed, we need to do something about that. Eventually, we need to allow for the possibility of a revive, but for now, let's assume that a dead enemy is dead for good. Also, we need to watch out for this for players. If a unit is on the player side, they have special handling, right? How long have we been working on this? Not terribly long. Like, most of it has been like a whole lot of system setup stuff and dialogue things. Does this even still work? Yeah. Like, getting just flat sprites, weirdly challenging in Godot. I wasn't expecting. Yeah, probably been about a month. Weirdly challenging to get flat sprites. And then dialogue is its own little. You can do some cool text effects in Godot. But I spent a lot of time on very niche stuff that I probably shouldn't have started with, like getting the stem of a dialogue box to point at whoever's talking. It's like minor things like that, and these little animations of the little text bubbles. Aw, Smooth. Well, thank you. Oh, well, now now you've all fallen into my trap, because now I have a captive audience to talk about my latest special interest of Paper Mario. Smooth, thank you for that raid. I appreciate that. Yes. Oh my goodness. I have spreadsheets. I have massive documents. I have been deep in the rabbit hole of. Let me get out my list of. Here we go. Of every attack and special attack in Thousand Year Door. I've been grouping them based on what type of action command that you do. And it turns out, as big as that game is, there's only like 10 different actions you take, and almost half of those are like these little one-offs, like power lift and art attack that can't be repeated. Like 9 different attacks are just press A at the right time. Not even kidding. The game does a good job of making it feel like there's more going on. Bug Fables, however, I feel like there's some really unique stuff there. Yes, this is all homemade. The physics engine that's just Godot's built in. I am used to building things completely from the ground up, like physics engine and all. And that let me just say that's a good learning experience, but it's a terrible decision if you're actually wanting to make a game. I made a platformer. I made my own version of Mario Maker like 2 or 3 years ago. So it's just a 2D game with some very basic physics. And holy cow, slopes are terrible to work with in 2D games. I had no idea. I mean, I had a pretty good idea of what I was gonna do, but there's all these weird edge cases that you run into that now I understand a lot of the weird decisions that they made in Mario Maker. Mario Maker is like my main platforming game. I've got some ridiculous, I'm not going to tell you how many digits in the number of hours I've spent on Mario Maker, but I know that physics engine pretty well at this point. And so I had a pretty good idea of how to program it. And then I started working on it, and all of the little cracks in the facade started to appear. You think you understand something, but what you understand is merely an abstraction, an idea of what is actually at play. And then you start to realize that can't be the whole truth. And then you spend months and months of your life working on just slopes. You understand that you understand nothing. Exactly. Let's pull up. Oh right, MS Paint. All right. So Mario Maker. Let's talk Mario Maker. Oh, thank you for the follow there. All follows are anonymous because that is in vogue. All right. So Mario Maker. Whenever you do slopes. Oh, she's waking up again. I'm gonna see if she's gonna go back down. So Mario Maker is a tile-based game. So you can have like, you can have like tile pieces and this. Whenever you do a slope, it forces this kind of shape here with these little nubs on the end. And it makes me wonder, like, why do we need these pieces here? Like, I guess they need handles or something, but what if we just got rid of them and made these the handles here? And now I understand, after learning so much about slopes. Check this out. You have Mario here. This is Mario. Everyone say hello, wahoo. Mario here, when he's on flat ground, if you can imagine that he could get all the way up there. When he's on flat ground, the bottom of the sprite is on the top of the ground. Makes sense. And then when he's on walls, it's like, yeah, that's solid. But it's not really a fully solid block. In a 2D Mario game like Super Mario World for SNES, when you're on a slope, it doesn't act like this, because that would look really weird, because half of Mario would be hanging off the edge. All of Mario would be floating. And although this is what you would expect mathematically if you're thinking about code, like this is how the physics should work, when you actually think about it, it's like that's gonna look really weird. That can't be how the game works, and it's not. When Mario's on a slope, his midpoint is what actually touches the slope line. And that gets you a much better effect. But now we run into a weird little puzzle. Notice what happens when we get to the end of the slope. Right here, we level out and we start walking across. It's because we're on this little nub here, and then now we're not. Now we're on the slope. If we got rid of this line, of this line here, of this nub, then the question becomes, what is Mario supposed to do when he reaches the end? Does he just fall off? Because if so, now he's in the wall, and that can't work. Does he treat this bottom block as solid? And if so, that's weird, because now you've hit some kind of flat surface on the bottom that shouldn't exist. And I guess because of this weird edge case, the compromise was just let's just force there to be a solid block there so that yes, you do have to kind of walk solid across the bottom there. It was just their compromise. It's like, all right, now it doesn't look weird, but you're gonna be stuck with these extra blocks that have bothered me for so long. So anyway, after programming my own Mario Maker, I learned, okay, that's why they did it. That's almost certainly why they did it, because there's no good solution there. All right, I'm off my soapbox. I'm stepping down from the soapbox. So Smooth, what are you working on? You were doing software game dev. So I assume you're working on some kind of game, maybe in Godot, maybe something cool. I'm interested. Pow, 2 damage. Then he dies, and then he comes for us. Why is our little Dabblebot sunken into the ground here? What's going on there? Hold on. Wait. Has that been happening? Oh, okay. Network setup for a network game or some other similar project. Oh man, I haven't worked with any kind of network stuff in a long time. I had to do some kind of UDP based project back in college ages ago. I will say Godot's handling for multiplayer is really nice, like surprisingly so. It's really fascinating how they've streamlined just basically slapping multiplayer on. Like, there are considerations, especially like getting things set up. Like, okay, I'm gonna be the host, you're gonna be the client, you got to connect to my IP. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of extra menus and stuff for that, but like as far as the actual game scenes of like, all right, this represents player 1, this represents player 2, they make it very, very user friendly, dev friendly, I should say. Like, it's come a long way since I've started doing game dev and looked at multiplayer code and promptly turned around and left. I've been doing single player for years, but it turns out it's not that bad. Not that bad at all. We need to kill the enemy. Yeah, she laid back down. Haven't looked into the networking quite yet. Server's just a .NET console app, so no Godot. Oh, okay. Okay, so you're doing like dedicated server. That makes sense. The peer-to-peer stuff that they've got built in is pretty nice. And on top of that, I think, let's see here. Is it settings or something? They let you basically just say, is it multi? No. They let you run the project multiple times on the same system if you want to test like a 2-player game locally. You can just, there's some option, I don't remember where it is. It's really easy to get to. Trust me, I just don't know where it is. But yeah, you can just say, yeah, run 2 copies of the game whenever I hit debug, and it'll do it. Wall of menus, yeah. When you have a ton of stuff to squeeze in, it's something. I'm still kind of getting used to Godot's composition setup. Unity was the first actual engine I played around with. Everything I did before that was just from the ground up, from scratch, no engine, and honestly was a lot of fun. Good old Visual Studio. Yeah, Godot's. I'm finding the warts. It's you know, every engine is going to have its fair share of, ooh, I wish they'd done that differently. But honestly, yeah, same. I did my first Steam project, like actual deployed Steam game, sometime last year. And then a lot of very scary stuff started coming out about Unity. It's like, I should be diversifying my learning here. Oh gosh, yeah. Now, it depends on how big of a project you're working on, of course. Like, I've done some tiny stuff that it's like, I'm not gonna do an engine for this. What was it? Let's see here. What's a good example? All right, don't play any sound, please. This doesn't even have any sound. Yeah, all right, a little space shooter. Pew 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 pew. It's like there's no like actual engine here. It's just JavaScript. What was wrong with Unity? Oh, yeah. So, all right, they tried to do something that legally they can't and would not hold up. So it was basically a lot of hot air. But the fact that they tried to do it at all and said, this is what we want to do, was extremely concerning. That one I built, gosh, when was that? I'm not gonna look in my GitHub history for it. Ludum Dare, okay, hang on. This was made for Ludum Dare 35, and that was after that. When was Ludum Dare 35? It's not gonna tell me. It's not gonna tell me. That was the only Ludum Dare I did. Oh, that was 2016. Okay. So that little space shooter was like 2015 or so. Yeah, I saw that. Mouse subscription. And it wasn't even hardware from what I saw. Like the stuff I saw was like software updates for your mouse. And I am baffled. I could understand their angle if it was just hardware. I know, yeah, I hate subscription model. I don't even like wireless mice because I hate having to get batteries every once in a while. Cord. Oh my gosh. Mandatory soft. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's awful. Oh my gosh. Right, I said we'd have this enemy dying properly in 20 minutes, and that was 20 minutes ago, because I got really distracted. Because I do that sometimes. Weird. Get the air conditioner turned back on. Oh no, I love the distractions. Like that's why I stream while deving. The idea is on dev nights, we get creativity flowing and we get the ideas, and then we like hack out something that barely works. And then on non-stream nights, I actually clean up the code and refactor it and organize it and do all the boring stuff. And we look at old Nintendo powers. You can stay on task for more than a few minutes. I can really get into that flow state, but not when I'm actually having a good time and talking with people. Oh yeah. Like I'm still a little bit bitter about all the controllers going wireless, even though, admittedly, for like game consoles, I get it. Like controllers, wireless, it makes sense. There's a lot of cords otherwise. And I'm an old man who misses the days of the Super Nintendo. I need to get with the times. Can't play with controller anymore. It depends on the game for me. Like, I mean, obviously, like tight platformers like Mario, like doing Kaizo stuff. I need to have a specific, like old school Super Nintendo controller, USB, for ROM hacks. Mario Maker, I cannot use the Switch controller because, and this is a dumb reason. It's the D-pad. It's all one piece of plastic. I hate that. Versus the one I use, which this is a controversial opinion, the Joy-Con. The D-pad has 4 distinct buttons that are not in any way connected, and I feel like I can get more precision that way. That's my 2 cents from someone who's put way too much time into Mario Maker 2. We should play that again sometime. Not viewer levels, though. That would be a bad idea. that brings in the weirdos. Okay. Actor. All right, simple way to do it is just have, let's look at our, let's go back to the battle manager, events. Normally, we have an enemy turn event. All we gotta do is say, if enemy unit .hp.current is less than or equal to 0, then return true. We're done. We've successfully completed this turn. That's a temporary thing that will at least stop him from attacking us while dead. Weirdos all the way down. Yeah. Now what we need to do is play out his death animation, and then let him be gone. Also, gosh, he goes a little bit too low, doesn't he? Let's address that. Let's address the elephant in the room. The dead enemy on the ground is a little too low, which is surprising. He doesn't look that low, but let's bring him up just a hair. Have a good one, Smooth. Thank you again for the raid and for the good conversation. Yeah, we're gonna make progress on this. It's just, don't worry about it. It's fine. Ooh, I don't like that either. Oh, we should fall backwards, not forwards. That's something. That's something. This should be -90. I don't like if he scoops out, but it's fine. Actually, we can fix that, though. We can fix that. Scoot him. Scoot him. Scoot him out that way. Well, now he's all the way up there for some reason. Here, reset. That is not the reset. Don't tell me that's the reset location. That is not the reset location. Can't convince me that's the reset location. They're trying to convince me. Why does he do that? Why does he do that? So now he's definitely backwards. It's because he's facing left, isn't it? Well, okay, that's something to worry about later. I don't like the way they wiggle when they're dead. Okay, so we've got an extra thing to make sure that, hey, don't process an enemy when it's dead. Honestly, we should remove the enemy completely once it's dead. Unit dot side. What do we call it? All right, unit is a battle unit. Let's type it properly so that we can actually get the IntelliSense here. Yeah. Remove, erase is the one. Yeah, remove it from the side. Then change animation. And then I guess we want to delete the actor after the animation is done. But we don't have to really. What we could do as a little cheat is in our shared animations, when we're dead, let's add a scale. Which is normal, 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 and then normal, and then not normal. Okay, so it'll go, and then just delete. Okay. So it'll still technically be there. Okay, here's the big thing we want, is can we attack the back one? Oh gosh. What have I done? How did this happen? What the heck? B, how did you, why did that happen? Why did that happen? What the crap? All right, that was neat. Why did that happen though? All right. Let's open up our player actor and just try to get an idea of what in the world happened here. Sprites, transform. Ah, default scale is 0.235. Naturally, of course it is. I knew that, you knew that. Of course it is. You just... Okay. Cool. Cool. It is not. It is actually not the case. All right, take that out. All right, new plan, new plan. Get rid of that. Dead. Dang. Okay, so instead of scale down, what else can we do on this? Visible. Visible. Starts with true, ends with false. Beautiful. Simple as that. Now, no one should be enormous. Everyone should be normally scaled. Okay, can I now attack you? Yes, normally you can't reach the back one by design because it's a first grounded attack. The targeting system on this is... was he supposed to vanish? Yes. Yes, he vanished properly. Because he ran out of health. Okay, now we have a problem because we have no one left. There will be a little particle effect poof or something later. So now it's my turn again. I cannot target anyone. Which actually, that's something to consider, is that I should have something that does that. Okay, so the targeting system. I'm coming around to the targeting system we've got set up. We have defined a series of different ways that moves and items can be flagged. That just defines who they can hit. This is team agnostic, which is to say that it doesn't care which side is the player side and which side is the enemy side. It only cares which side is the one using the move and which side is the other side. And that's it. So my team can target anyone on, or no, my team can target the entirety of my team. That's the other thing, is that these functions return sets of targets. So for instance, get a friendly unit. That is going to be an array, and each array is a set of one unit. Whereas my team, the only thing in the array is a set consisting of everyone on the team. So enemy targets a single enemy. First grounded enemy. That one's still to do because we don't have a concept of being on the ground yet. We're getting there. So yeah, there we go. All right, get rid of all that. Get rid of all this. All of it. Dead enemy, good. Let's go ahead and handle the menu. When we are selecting an attack, can use move. Yeah, to do. We've got a to do here. Check for targetable enemy. If we can afford the move, it's really can use move and can target. That does not work, does it? I don't like how Godot has to do all this. How do you do multi-line? Is that it? That's it. I hate I hate tab-based spacing. Let's see here. We want the unit that is casting the move, and we have the move dot target. Yeah, the target type. If there are no targets, then you can't use the move. Simple as that. And that should be true on items as well. Item menu. Yeah, right now it's always true. We don't want that. We want to get the target sets. Get targetable sets of the user using the item. Let's pull that out into a variable, can use item. So I've got a little helper function that basically computes who can be targeted. Is it a whole group? Is it just one person? Is it a collection of people that you can choose? So the menu engine supports that. The result is, I think now, that when I take out everybody, pow, 2 damage, easy. And then when I take this guy out, pow, 2 damage, easy. Now when I try to attack, it should give me, dang it. Ah, because there is none. Okay, that's good. If enemy team dot size is greater than 0, then you can do that. All right, try again. Take him out. I don't even have to wait. Pow, 1 damage. It's okay. Maybe I should randomize the starting spin of that gear, just so it's not pure timing. Like, okay, you wait exactly X amount of time. All right, here we go. Both moves are now disabled because they have no valid targets. Items will still work, but look at that. Can't use these. Imagine that there's an error sound whenever you try. That's the idea, at least. All right. It's coming along. It's coming along. Can we work on the sky? Weird thing to point out suddenly, but I do not like this lifeless, bland sky. Let's see here. That right there. Give me the world environment, sky, procedural, sky, horizon color, No, white is fine. And then top color, let's get a nice vibrant. Let's get some vibrant. Yeah. There we go. That's more like it. Now that's a sky. And you know what? While we're at it, how about this ground texture, huh? What if we just gave that a little bit of green? Not that much green, not that much green. Just enough, just enough. I don't know if we're gonna do flat set dressing or 3D. I don't know. Environmental design, I'm still not 100% sure on. You know what? Mad props yet again to Thousand Year Door for having a really solid direction with its battle scene of just everything's on stage. One scene, and you just swap out the backdrop. It's perfect. Bug Fables did good. It definitely does the you are in an environment that is a diorama. I don't want to go too heavy on the like literal paper. Like honestly, really impressive that Bug Fables did not make one reference to the fact that things were paper. It was like, this is just the art style, nothing else. The limit of it is the animation that plays when you walk into a building, where everything kind of like it's opening up. That's about the most you could say towards it being like a reference to things being paper. Like, yeah, it's just like, that's the art style, nothing else. Oh, those frogs are looking extra green here now. I could have the camera pan out slowly if you're waiting a long time at the menu. Like if you're thinking. Just like a very slow, like, looking around. You know what? Let's make some really quick and dirty shrubs. Just gonna grab this here. Let's do pretty small. I just want the color for the green. Okay, this is gonna be super easy. Incredible. Magazine while the player's AFK. We'll consider some idle animations at some point. Green but dark for outline. Nice thick outline there. And then grab this and do a little bit of this. Look at this. This is like super quick and dirty. Boom. Shrub. Behold, a shrub. Set dressing. Like, we're not doing this. We're not doing this because it's going to be final art or anything. All right, and now, on that same note, new layer, a shrubbery. a nice bubbly cloud. Give that a nice light blue, a little lighter, a little lighter. There we go. That's it. And you know what? One good turn deserves another. We had good luck with this already, so let's just do it again. Bop. 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 Erase. Erase. This one, move that a little bit more there. Actually, you know what? That would probably look better flipped up here. Incredible. That was some speed art. All right, got it. Easy. Throw it in the scene. Where's my art folder? Here we go. Scenes, battle. Create new folder for now. I think what we're gonna do for now, I'm thinking what we can do is have different scenes that represent basically everything except for the solidity of the ground. Like all of the artwork, the set dressing, the extra textures and lighting, those can all be in their own scene, and we just slap them on top of this placeholder. So for now, let's take this cloud and this shrub, boom, throw them into the scene. Here we go. We're gonna have a specific node, 3D, for decor. And we are just going to add Sprite 3D in here for cloud. Wow, that is heckin' cloud right there. He looks good. He looks good. Whoop. Scoot him up. Scoot him over. Scale him down a bit. Duplicate him. Scoot this one way over, and I'll also zip him into the foreground a little bit more. Enhance, enhance. Duplicate this cloud again, swap out the texture, and pull it down onto the ground. We're having a little bit of a, I don't know what's going on with that. Duplicate again. Get a little rotation in, maybe? Hey, look at that! Well, this suddenly looks a lot nicer, doesn't it? I don't love this line here, the very obvious seam of the image. But, gosh, that was very little work for a pretty decent gain here. You know what? You know what? All right, first of all, rotation, I think that's what's causing the seam. Yeah, that does appear to be causing the seam there. Oh, but not here. This one is just there forever for no reason. There's nothing we can do about it. duplicate this one again and pull it way into the foreground. Yeah, like right there. And then another one of those way off here. Hey, Al. See, I do not like this. Why is that? Why does that happen? If I hypothetically, let's say I were to enable region on this, and edit the region to be this. Is that gonna fix it? It certainly looks better. It does seem to fix it. I don't know if it just happens to be fixing it, or what. But it does not seem to like being up against that transparent edge. Okay, everything except for ground, mesh. Can I get that mesh to be a little bit bigger? Right now it is just 0.5. Position. There we go. I think that looks pretty nice. To mess with people. Yeah, that's a great idea. I made my game look bad on purpose as a joke. Honestly, yeah, that makes a lot of difference. Just having a little bit of set dressing, it really grounds things a lot more. Oh, ooh, I didn't even foresee this. I did not foresee how nice it looks with the camera panning in. That really, the fact that those foreground shrubs, these two right here, the fact that like the camera is really like peering past them, that's really fun. That's such a small thing. Oh, it's good. It's good. Heck yeah. All right, guys. We got something going here. We're out of enemies. We should be winning here when that happens. We're gonna have to do that. We're not that far from having to do that. We've been dodging it a bit, but there's a major system that needs to be built, which is we need to jump into a battle and then back out of the battle when it's over with some kind of state change. I mean, obviously we'll have a little victory screen and all that. And that's going to be fairly easy to add. Victory screen. Yeah, these clouds being right here is probably not great for the sense of scale of the clouds. They should really be way in the background and huge. Because as it stands, you kind of like, yeah, it's like, okay, that's right there. Who are you trying to fool? Let's move that. Cloud. Cloud again. Let's move both of these pretty far out here and just scale them up. How's that look? Can't even see him. I should have turned on the... Oops. Should turn on the camera preview. There's one of them. Scale it up. Scale it up. Get it way back there in the distance. And then you. Yeah, you. Let's move you even further back. Get you way far away. What I should do is have some kind of code to make these just kind of spawn in and float across. Okay, that looks much better on the depth. Oh, that was a 1? That was a 1. Nice, easy. So yeah, getting this system to work properly with end of battle, that's going to be fairly easy because we already have the turn queue, so to speak, which is just yeah, when the player's turn is over. Oh, looking good there. Yeah, when enemy's turn is over, our event queue, and then when the event queue is empty, then start a new round. Now we do need to be prepared for the fact that the battle could be over during the player's turn, during the partner's turn, or during any enemy's turn, because we have to consider things like counter attack, like reflected damage is a thing. Death by status effect is a thing. So there needs to be a pretty constant event in the queue for check if round is over. Check if all enemies are defeated. And if so, clear the event queue and process an action of end of round victory. Now, what that'll look like, you know, we'll throw something together as a starter of just a nice little da-da-da-da, you win. And then eventually we'll refine it a bit. We'll need to have gaining experience points, any post-battle effects that need to happen. I can't think of anything. Yeah, I'm not sure. Adding experience points, possible level up functionality in there. And then the big one is return to Overworld. Return to the area you just left. I have no idea how we're going to do that, though. That one is going to be a little scary. But an important one, because that defines the full game loop of enter battle, complete battle, exit battle. Like, at that point, we kind of have a game. Not a great one, but there is a game there. Okay. So, 23 after. Is Dove still going? Yes, Dove is still going. Let's go show some love for the Dove. That's what we say around here when we're going to raid Germ Dove. Germ Dove is, of course, another Mario nerd. We met through Mario Maker races. That is where our lives independently took us. But he is actually doing Tears of the Kingdom right now. His first ever full playthrough. So everything he's seen in the game is for the first time. He's been pretty good about staying spoiler free in that. So please do not give him any hints, or just be respectful in that way. That's it. That's all I got. We will be back tomorrow for, I don't actually know what system we're gonna work on tomorrow. Maybe we're gonna draw a new enemy. Let's make that the temporary plan. Tentatively, we will create an enemy to fight and give it moves and see how, with our cool fancy system, how rugged is it? How robust is it? Can it handle us slapping together an enemy in 2 hours? We'll find out tomorrow. Thank you all for hanging out. Good conversation about video games and stuff. I always enjoy it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.